Are you taking part in World Watercolour Month? Do you even know what it is? I literally heard about it for the first time today, but apparently it's been going every July since 2016. And obviously we're already on the 7th of July when I've learned about it. So similar to Inktober, there's a list of prompt words for each day of the month. But obviously, as you can imagine by the name, the focus is on doing watercolour, not so much sketching. But it seems to be a little bit looser. You know, there's very much emphasis on follow the prompts if you want, but just basically paint whatever takes your fancy on a particular day. But the prompts are there as a guide if you need help, or if you want to be working towards a specific goal and you want to be kind of comparing with other people in other places in the world who are working on the same list. But obviously, because I've already missed the first week, then I'm not going to be holding myself so strictly to the list. So I may do a painting each day for the rest of the month, or I may just pick and choose which ones I like the sound of, or I might just do my own thing. I don't really know how this is going to go yet because I've never done it before. So I just thought I'd do this little video today just to lay the groundwork, but I don't actually know yet how often I'm going to be doing videos to update you with what I'm doing. It might just be one at the end of the month showing that I've only done one painting, or it might be that if I am doing it every day, I might do several videos as updates. But what I will do is, on the days when I do a painting, I will add it onto my Instagram, and I'll put a link in the description if you want to have a look at my Instagram page as well. Then you're more than welcome. So although I only found out about this challenge today, I have actually done a few watercolours already this month, so I'll show you what I've done. So although it's not officially part of the challenge, I just wanted to at least show you something in this video and not just me chatting. Okay, so this is most of what I'm planning to be using. I've not got it here, but I will probably also use a pencil for an initial sketch and some fine liners. But these are my paints, which was my little tin that I set up myself. Just got 15 colours in there. They're all Winsor and Newton Cotman watercolours, and they're just held in place with little magnets underneath. So that's my watercolours, and then I've also got this little tin with some white gouache and just a little set of travel paintbrushes. So that's my main supplies, and then this is the sketchbook that I'll be using. This is one that I made myself. I don't know, you may or may not have seen my tutorial video when I showed how to make this. But what I've done this month, I did this one on the 1st of July, which was just a picture of a new bag that I'd got, which I'd been putting my art supplies in. Originally I'd planned to actually draw the supplies as well, but the bag didn't go as well as I'd hoped. I mean, I think it looks okay in the finished product, but it wasn't what I was hoping for, and I got a bit discouraged. So I ended up just writing a list of supplies, and then just to fill up the bottom half of the space, I just swatched out my watercolours, and then also watercolour pencils and Inktense pencils. So that was the 1st of July, and then I came back a few days later and did this bottom part. And then this one unfinished. I decided I wanted to experiment with drawing with actual ink rather than just fine liners all the time, and I wanted to use a dip pen but also a fountain pen. So I've ordered a cheap fountain pen, but it's not arrived yet, so that's why, you know, half has been filled in. So I did my watercolour of my ink, and then my glass dip pen, and then just my scribbly my scribbly experiments with using the dip pen. And then on this side, when the fountain pen arrives, then obviously I will draw that pen and then do some tests with that as well, because I didn't want to just have pages of just scribble and experiments. I wanted it to be a pretty page too, which was why I thought, well, if I do the ink and then actually draw the 2 pens, then at least it's something nice to look at as well, rather than just scribble. But anyway, that's beside the point. But that's the explanation of why I've only got half of it filled in. And then this one also looking unfinished. So this is obviously an orchid that I've got, and this was actually done with Inktense pencils, so I don't know if that counts as watercolour, probably not. But yeah, so my plan for this is the buds on this stem that I want to do kind of in stages as the buds opening into the full flower. So I didn't put too much detail on this small one, but then obviously I'm putting more detail in on the actual buds. So this was I did this one yesterday and I did this one the day before. So yeah, so that's where I'm up to. So that's the few bits of watercolour that I've been doing already this month before I found out about the challenge. So I'll keep you posted and see what comes next.